The Lord of the Rings movies. Surely one of the best adaptations of a novel to the screen ever made. Given that, here are some changes that were made, mostly concerning swords, that have always irked me.
That still only counts as one!
In the movies, Aragorn spends most of his time carrying around a rather nondescript sword, and doesn't get the reforged Anduril until well into the third movie. This is in keeping with the changes made to Aragorn, making him more doubtful about his destiny.
I do not want that power.
Others doubt him as well. This is understandable. Imagine if this happened today. Hi, I'm the last remaining descendant of the last Roman emperor. No, really? Anyway, I'm ready to start. Oh, by the way, you all have to start speaking Latin again. In the book, Aragorn is carrying the broken sword Narsil, even when he first meets the hobbits at Bree. It can be argued that this might have been viewed as somewhat comical on screen, but it would have made his confrontation with the Black Riders at Weathertop make a bit more sense, as they are facing the weapon that took down their leader, and help explain why they fight like little girls. Comical aside, he wouldn't have carried it for long, as he gets the reforged sword before they leave Rivendell, and it would have made the scene at Helm's Deep more kick-ass. It is the scene in the Two Towers where Aragorn, Legolas, and Gimli meet the Riders of Rohan that I feel this change causes the most issues. In the movie, it goes something like this. You're spies. No, we're not. Yes, you are. No, we're not. We're tracking two hobbits. Oh, I'm afraid they're dead. My bad. Look, here's two of our most prized and valuable possessions. All good? See ya! In the book, the reason they are given horses is that Aragorn is known, both by name and because of his sword. Horses for two hobbits? I think not. Couple of squirrels, maybe.
Nobody likes you.
Poor Tom Bombadil. The whole Old Forest, Tom, and the Barrow Down sequence is one of the biggest cuts in the movies, and this scene transition was a bit jarring for readers of the book. The cut of Bombadil is understandable, though. There is a shift in tone, and he would be a difficult character to bring to the screen. The cut sequences have references here and there, but the removal of the Barrow Downs does cause some issues. In the book, Tom finds swords in the barrow he rescues the hobbits from, and they have a history. We have to look briefly into Numenor. It is mentioned in the movies,
The blood of Numenor is all but spent.
in passing. Long before, the rulers of the human kingdom of Numenor had been corrupted by Sauron into attacking the gods, demanding immortality. The gods responded with, no, and sank the island of Numenor under the sea. The last alliance at the beginning of Fellowship is partially in revenge for this. Those who had remained faithful escaped to Middle-earth, and there founded the two kingdoms of Arnor and Gondor. Gondor is made the focus of the movies, as inclusion of Numenor might have made non-readers of the book more confused, keeping all these names and places straight. Arnor is referenced only in its ruins.
This was the great watchtower of Amunsun.
Arnor in the north had an ongoing conflict with
the Witch King of Angmar,
who is later none other than Lord of the Nazgul. The weapons Tom finds were made with defeating the Witch King in mind, so when Merry stabs him in the knee, it has a much more powerful effect than the movie portrays. So in the movies, they have to give the hobbits swords somehow. Aragorn magically presents some on Weathertop from God knows where. Later they get
not shiny daggers
from the elves, but it's not quite the same. Well, that's enough nitpicking for one day. I should be reviewing Star Trek Discovery episodes, but
They're so depressing.
thanks for watching. Please like, comment, and subscribe. See you next time. By the way, we all know Gandalf had the coolest sword. It should have glowed blue, but no.